What's up, guys? What's up, internet friends? Welcome to a proof of life concept. Let's see. Flip that. I'm at this garden right now. It's beautiful. I'll show you the fountain I'm looking at right now. But I like this shot right here. Today marks the day I started my Live Life letters last year, November 24, 2024. That's when I started. I released my first ever Live Life letter, my weekly newsletter. And it's been such a fun roller coaster between the altars of joy and the altars of pain. I find myself, my mind, body, and soul between the Buddha's laugh and the Mother Mary's cries. Here I am at the garden. Does the Buddha sit below the tree? Does the Eden exist? I don't know. But here I have my brisk. Here I was trying to film some stuff for Instagram and short form. It's so hard to compete with the rot. It's so hard, but I don't mind it. I love the competition. I love being in the arena that we call social media. But there's a nice statue here. I used to come to this garden every year to take birthday pictures. I still do. It's 25 times. I think I've only maybe missed 1 year. And I've just been reflecting on my life, reflecting on why I write, reflecting on my own thoughts that I have. We have a lot of friends here in the garden. But Meta Awakening was my first post. It was the exploration of the void of mind we all live in, that we all experience. I live in my own void of mind and you live in yours. Yet the world makes us think that we are separate, although there's a chance that we are. I don't believe we are. I think we're all interconnected, interwoven, interbeings, interloving entities. You know? Yeah, I don't know. Between east and west I sit, my spirit, my soul. Between east and west, the Buddha's laugh, the Mother Mary's cry. I won't stop writing till the day I die. I think I firmly believe this. I can't believe it's been a year since I've been earnestly writing these Live Life letters. I'm at 49 subscribers, 50 subscribers, and people come back each week. I can't believe it. I appreciate you guys for staying along this journey of mine, of my own internal thoughts. You know? Gotta put this down for a second. I like doing this stream of consciousness right now. Got my book here, my spiral notes. How you doing? We got people passing by. Alright, I think it's time to show you the fountain. This is our place, me and my mother's place. I don't know, we'll get a closer look later. Can you see the gates to the Renaissance Court? I think I'm pointing at it. We'll go there later maybe. Here we are. Need to adjust brightness. Sit with me for a moment. Thank you. When I write, I feel at home with myself. When I write, I attune my mind, body, and soul. When I write, I can feel myself coming back to my own soul. I fall into my own soul. I will not fall into the rot. The snake in the Garden of Eden, Plato's cave, the fire and shadows, Buddha's laugh, the divine fool. These are images that appear in my writing. There goes an airplane leaving the airport. That is what I wrote about in my first letter. This void of mind, this abyss of meaning, the place of the soul. That is what I wrote about in my first post, Meta Awakening. And it all comes to pass. In each week I write, in each pass, it all comes to pass. As the seasons change, I've experienced 4 seasons of these Live Life letters. And it's crazy because it hasn't gotten stale, I don't think. There's moments where I do feel like I'm empty, I'm sad. But I think I'm far from stagnation when I write. I think I feel at home with myself. I feel full. I feel my cup filling with water. And I see images of these divine beauties, these divine things. The Buddha's laugh, the Garden of Eden, Mother Mary's cries. It's all the archetypes of humanity, the soul, our primal states. That is what I try to be attuned with. I remind myself it has to be God or nature. Spinoza's God. I'm hopping all over the place. Spinoza, for those that want to learn more, Baruch Spinoza was a 17th century philosopher favored by Albert Einstein. Albert Einstein said that if there was a God, he'd believe in Spinoza's God. And I know Catholics may not like this. I am Catholic, but maybe I might get criticized for believing in a God like Spinoza's God. Because I do believe in the divine, I do believe in God, I do believe in the Catholic God, but I do see images of the Buddha laughing in the east, sitting under the tree in the Garden of Eden, laughing. But the laughing Buddha, the Buddhai, I think was a wandering monk, a symbol of joy, a symbol of contentment, of abundance. And he follows, I think, the altar of joy more closely. And with Jesus Christ, that is an altar of suffering. And I see between the trees, I see between the leaves, there is joy and suffering in both altars of the East and West. Here I am trying to attune myself. 1 year passes, one revolution, one loop. The loop continues. The loop continues, and I find myself once more. I lose myself in my own writing, of course. There are moments where I feel lost, when I have wandered too far in the depths of my own mind, in the depths of the void, in the depths of the abyss. But here I am in the garden today. Here I am, alive. Here I am, present. Here I am. I am here. And I really appreciate you being here right now. I'm grateful our paths cross in this moment. I'm grateful to be able to talk, to be able to be here with you. Are you awake? Meta awakening. What is a meta awakening? I wonder. This meta awareness, this metacognition, this fancy word meta, what does meta even mean? Meta to me is like metamorphosis, but not quite. Is being able to see, to be thinking of thinking, but you can fall. Be careful, don't slip, and don't hit your head when you fall into this infinite void of the mind. The mind is infinite, but our lives are not. You must remind yourself, restrain yourself from the overwhelm of the spiral of mind. Meta to me is a spiral. It is a spiral that can go up or down. The spiral of spirals, the mind spiral, the soul spiral, the body spiral. When you find that your soul is in a spiral, attune the body and mind. When you find your mind at a spiral, attune the mind, attune the body and soul. When you find your body in a spiral, attune the mind and soul. Mind, body, and soul, that is all that it exists in this world. You know? That was a lot. We'll take a little pause for a moment. But time lapses. Time passes. Cannot control that. The world is not against us. Life, nature is not against us. Love the gap, love the uncertainty. Love is. What is love? Writing aids me in understanding the spiral, my spiral, our spiral. The prisoner's dilemma is what appears to me. The prisoner's dilemma between you and your own soul. You have the keys to the gate. You have the keys to your own cage. Do you see? The gates await you. The gates behind me, they await. But what is the point of all this? What is the point of me spewing to you what, practically speaking, is the use of it all? There is a point. Maybe it is opaque, or maybe it is unclear, and here I'm trying to be clear to you right now as I articulate my thoughts. Have the courage to be a fool. Have the courage to write. Have the courage. This is why we are here. You do not need to write. But if you find yourself cluttered, if you find yourself in the chaos, in the midst of it all, writing is a way to guide yourself. When you have slipped, when you have fallen, you can write your way out, to rewire your mind, to rewire your soul. Because that is how you attune yourself. That is how you reflect into yourself and see the shadows as they are. See yourself as you are. See your soul as it is. Because it is what it is. As the Stoic bros like to say. It is what it is, but what does that really mean? What is? It is an inquiry. Examine fully. Feel it all. Writing allows you to feel it all. Solitude. There is a nuance between solitude and loneliness. Find that nuance, find the line. Life can be simple. Life is simple. It is us who make it complicated. It is us that is well, I am a divine fool. Am I foolish for the divine? It breaks any rhyme or reason, but it makes all of the sense to me. It makes all the sense to follow this pursuit, this inquiry, this examination, this observation, to witness it all. I write to witness it all. But I am weary. I'm weary that I grow attached to my own words. I am weary the suffering it can cause. I'm weary of the joy that it can be, that overwhelms me. I am here, I am present, I am alive. I come back to myself when I write. I come back to myself in these live life letters. I come back to you. I come back to you, God. I come back to my own soul. I come back to nature. Nature allows us to go deeper into our consciousness. Don't you see? Go to the garden into the light of tomorrow. Sleep it off. If you hesitate, take a walk. Sleep it off. And let it sit with you. These emotions, these thoughts. Be aware. Meta-awareness. Awareness of awareness. That is what meta means to me. I earnestly write in this act. I hope I inspire you to write, to return to your own primal soul, to find yourself, to rediscover self. I will continue to write this book that I'm writing. I will continue. I will not stop writing till the day I die. That is what I cry out. Mother Mary's cry, the Buddha's laugh. I am in between and everything in and out. reflecting inwards and out. A recursive spiral. Here I am. The gate awaits. Here I am. Well, back to reality. My weekly Live Life letters, we are at 49 subscribers. 49. If you are watching, I appreciate you. I love you. And I thank you for watching. I think the average percentage of people that come back each week is like 60, 70, 6, 7-ish. So I think people are intrigued by my thoughts. So if you want to check them out, check them down below. Maybe I'll link the last week's Live Life letter. 052, that is the Live Life letter I'm on. I think I will be exploring and navigating these divine images in my mind, in my soul, in my body of work. But I think I've rambled enough. Thank you for watching. You've made it to the bonus round. Time-lapsing right now, too. This is funny. I'll tell you a secret. Are you listening? I don't know if you're ready for this secret, because I don't know it. I don't know the secret, because there is no secret. But here's something. Lies can travel the world tenfold before the truth ties its shoes. Truth is slow, I think. What is true, what is real, that is what I struggled with all those years ago. I did not know what is real. I don't think anyone knows what is real. Life is brisk, take a risk. Cha-cha, cha-cha. Tongue ping to lie flat. Leave space for emergence. Leave space for yourself to emerge. I think there's people walking behind me. People watch, people will watch, people will notice. That's okay. Notice yourself. Oh. Art moves us. Right, sister? Art moves us. Alright, that's enough.